First of all, we're going to finish up World War Z. All right, this is a game that I was very skeptical about playing to begin with. $40, and I didn't really know what to expect. People basically told me it was kind of like Left 4 Dead. And in reality, it really is. They kind of took that formula and tried to make it its own thing with zombie towers / pyramids and their own unique take on the tougher zombies and the like, and actually having some interesting story-based campaigns. But sadly, it just ends up kind of feeling very generic. At least for me, like when I played Left 4 Dead, I felt tense. There were moments where you'd be like, wow, here comes a tank. And now we really need to team up and work together to beat this tank and survive the waves of zombies or whatever that would come out in these certain survival maps. But in World War Z, I don't really feel that. You know, in World War Z, you've got yes, they have their superpowered zombies like the bull, or, oh, the hazmat suit guy that has poison gas, or the, what's the one, the leaper thing that leaps on you and knocks you down or whatever. But none of them really feel too interesting or unique. They just kind of feel like more generic zombies you got to put more bullets into. I would say I like the idea of the zombie towers where oh, look, insane waves of zombies are coming in and they're crawling up walls and you have to kill them. That's kind of a neat thing. But outside of that, the game really is nothing to write home about. You know, I played this for about 3.5 to 4 hours on Wednesday. Per your votes, by the way. It was you guys who all voted on what you wanted to see me play on Wednesday, and people said World War Z. And basically, I played through 2.5 of the campaigns. Today we have the second half of the third story-based campaign, which is set in Moscow, Russia. And then we've got the fourth story-based campaign that's in Japan. And I am going to be playing them on the harder difficulties because the game is very easy on the standard difficulty. So it's a little bit more fun and challenging to go on a harder difficulty, okay? And it was all right. I mean, it was a couple fun moments. Like I said, with the zombie towers or whatever. But for the most part, not anything too super interesting. It's just killing a ton of generic zombies. The leveling system's interesting. I would say where as you play, you level up, you can unlock better versions of the weapons you're using and or more abilities for your class or character. That's pretty good. But at the same time, it takes a while to level up. Like each stage, usually you'll gain 1 level. And the fact the game only has 12 stages, but the game has like 6 or 7 classes. It's like, how many times do you expect me to replay these stages to unlock the classes? Because if you need to replay them like 5 times each just to finish and max out 1 class, it's like, goddamn, they really think you're going to sink a ridiculous amount of time into this game that's pretty repetitive. Okay. So, it is what it is. It basically feels like a third person Left 4 Dead that sadly doesn't have any of those tense moments of suspense and or actual like oh my god, we're gonna die kind of feeling like you got when you played Left 4 Dead. And that's sad because Left 4 Dead came out a long time ago, and the fact they couldn't even recapture that kind of feeling is kind of meh. Now the game also has a multiplayer mode, okay? So I will be trying that out today as well. I have no idea what the multiplayer mode is. So we'll be finishing up the third story-based campaign, doing the entire fourth story-based campaign here on today's stream. And then I'll be trying out the multiplayer mode and seeing what exactly that is. Now, if we even do that and there's still more time, maybe I'll go back and I'll try like the first campaign on the absolute hardest difficulty, just for the hell of it, to see, how gruelingly hard can the game actually get. And if you beat a stage on the hardest difficulty, do you get tons of rewards for it, or is it just kind of, not worth it, right? So I guess we'll see. We'll see today, this will be the conclusion of World War Z. Quite frankly, there's really not much left in the game. For a $40 release, it's very underwhelming. Left 4 Dead was a full-priced game, but it had at least 5 campaigns. Each campaign, really ramped stuff up and made it more interesting. And the game did feel like it had a lot of replayability, while this game just feels like you go through it once and, you've kind of seen it all and not too interesting. So, excuse me. So, we'll see how it goes today, all right? I'm finishing this up today. This is what people wanted to see on Wednesday, and I bought the game, so I was like, I'm going to finish it up today, okay? Later tonight, I'm going to try something very different. In Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer, which I have not played now in, like, months, If you remember, the last time I played it was like February, because in March I was playing Modern Warfare Remastered, and of course this month we've been so busy with so many other things, and I was in Connecticut for a week and whatever, so I haven't played it in a while. They came out with a mode called Bare Bones. Now, if you don't know what that is, essentially my major complaint about Black Ops 4 is the classes. I think the classes in Black Ops 4 suck. They basically turn the game into a gimmicky mess. Oh, look, get a few kills. Oh, look, I charged up my superpowered stupid ability where I put down a fucking magic wall, you know? Oh, look, I can shove a fucking stupid grenade launcher that shoots and kills 100 people at once. You know, I just hate the gimmicks of the classes of the game. I think if the game was more pure, it would be a much better game. Well, guess what? Bare Bones mode gets rid of the classes. You become pure. So, I want to check this out tonight. And this could be hit or miss. This could be something that I end up really liking and I want to play more of it. Or it could end up being a terrible disaster where it's just not very fun, or there's not a lot of people playing it and I can't find matches. So I don't know. All right, I'm going to give it a shot tonight. And we'll see how it goes. If it ends up being a failure, it's a failure and we just won't do it again. Okay? Then tomorrow, excuse me, my wire's caught under my butt. We're going to be doing Donkey Kong Country 3 Premiere. That's right. I know people have been waiting for this since I played Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 back in March. Donkey Kong Country 3 will premiere starting tomorrow on the main gameplay stream. Some classic throwback platforming fun. And then tomorrow night is going to be the return of MLB, a chill MLB nighttime stream. I seriously hope I get fucking called up to the majors at this point. Because honestly, if I don't, this may be the last MLB stream. And I'm not even kidding. Like, if it takes insane amounts of grinding at low levels to get even promoted, that's stupid. And if you guys remember, the last MLB that I played, I got called up to the majors. And it wasn't fucking 25 hours of gameplay to do it either. I think it's really dumb that they make you wait and wait and wait for this. So, if I don't get called up to the majors tomorrow night, I think I'm out of here. Like, I'm done with this fucking game. Because it's just poorly designed. If that is the case. Okay? So, we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. Alright? And then on Monday, it will be more Donkey Kong Country 3. Alright? And then it will be Minecraft. Another fun session of Minecraft. If you guys weren't here for the last one, it was actually pretty fun. I did a lot of world exploration. Now that I had really durable armor and I could go underwater for a longer period of time, I was checking stuff out and ended up finding a lot of good stuff. And so what I'm going to be doing this time, I might actually go to the Nether again. I'm not sure, but I might venture into the Nether. Being that I'm wearing much better armor now, I'm not too worried about, dying right away. So maybe I'll venture back into the Nether and see what we could do. Okay? We'll see. We'll see what that ends up being Monday night. Okay? Then on Tuesday, it's the premiere of Mortal Kombat 11, which I'm very excited for. For those who have not watched me play a NetherRealm fighting game before, you've really missed out. Over the years, I played Mortal Kombat 9 and 10, as well as Injustice 1 and 2. The reason that games from NetherRealm, that's the name of the game developer who makes these games, the reason these games are so good is because NetherRealm really understands fan service. Not only do they cater to the competitive player with multiple competitive modes, tons of gameplay balancing, and variety of combat, etc. They also cater to the person who just wants to enjoy the game at face value as an offline game. So, for example, there's a robust story mode with tons of stuff going on. You get introductions to the new characters, you get classic characters. You always play with a wide variety of characters in this story mode. So that's really fun in itself, and usually that lasts like around 5 hours or so, maybe a little longer, depending. Then there's the crypt mode, where you go around unlocking fun stuff with the points that you've gotten in the game by playing it. And sometimes there's jump scares, sometimes there's other fun mini games and stuff. That's a really fun mode. You got the ladder challenge mode, where you challenge yourself to beating competitive challenge towers for good rewards and the like. And then, of course, you've got the actual meat of the game, which is the multiplayer, playing the characters in training mode to learn them, and then going online and playing against other people. So the game has a ridiculous amount of content, and every NetherRealm game is like this. So it's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see how this turns out. And I hope you guys are too. All right. So I will be playing this all day long on Tuesday and Wednesday. 2 full streams, or excuse me, 2 full days of streaming of Mortal Kombat 11. I know the game has so much content that it's going to be able to more than fill 2 straight days. Then Thursday is going to be my day off coming up for the week. But then on Friday, it's the premiere of Days Gone, which I'll be checking out all day long on Friday. And then more than likely what it's going to be is me balancing Days Gone and Mortal Kombat for the next several, days to week into May, okay? And then when May hits and we start to wrap up these games and or it starts to tailor off, then we're going to go back to having downtime games at night. So we'll go back to playing games such as Blackout, Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, maybe some MLB The Show, depending on if they promote me or not, and I feel like to keep doing it or not. Minecraft. These games will all return, and if I didn't beat Donkey Kong Country 3, yes, that also will continue and conclude, probably sometime in May. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up in the next week or so. It's going to be a very exciting week, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Okay, and I want to say thank you to anyone who, is looking forward to it, and, we should have a fun, exciting, hype end to the month. This month has been kind of hit or miss, being very honest with all of you. Sekiro was fun to continue on with, but sadly, the Phoenix Wright playthrough so far, even though I'm enjoying it, isn't doing so well because people are basically not feeling that kind of narrative-based game anymore. There was a time when on YouTube, without streaming, I would do a narrative-based visual novel style game like Phoenix Wright, and I would narrate it with voice acting and everything, and people would love it. Now, the modern era, not so much. For whatever reason, people just don't care about it anymore. So here I am busting my butt for 2 major sessions of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, doing full voice acting and everything, and people are like, meh. So it's gonna, it is gonna continue, but it's gonna end up being a nighttime stream, probably sometime in May once we get through these new releases at the end of this month. Okay? Some seltzer water there. Okay. So that's the deal, everyone. Thank you for all of your support. And looking forward to all the new stuff coming up, in the next couple of weeks. Hope you are too. Let's go ahead and get you some quick plugs, shall we? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to talk about right now. I don't think there is. I'm just trying to think. Is anything too pressing or important right now? No, there's not. Nope. So, okay. So, thanks all for all of your support. If you love my daily live streams, and if you love my archived videos that I put up on DSPGaming every single day once those streams end, and you want to see all this continue, and you want to aid my efforts to be able to continue to do this, in the long term, there are many ways that you can support me. The first is checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, where your monthly pledges earn you fun personal perks. I'm not going to go into detail because all the details are available on the website. Please give it a look and consider pledging, and thanks to anyone who has already pledged and is a current pledgee or is maybe considering it in the future. You can check out my Teespring shop, where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, including t-shirts, stickers, mugs, etc. Good quality stuff I can attest to. Why? Because I own a bunch of it. I've owned some of it for over 2 years now, and it is good quality stuff, okay? Anything that you buy, obviously, it helps me out a little bit, but you get a nice, fun collectible, so give it a look. If you're here live on the stream, and if you'd like a shout out, if you want to get some interactivity with me today and get a shout out for your contribution today, if you either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or tip me during today's live stream, I will give you a verbal shout out. Okay? However, please understand, the rules and the criteria. Please be positive. Don't insult myself or others. Don't bring up negative memes and or references to other streamers that I don't care about. Don't derail the stream with negativity or things that have absolutely nothing to do with anything. Behind the scenes drama crap. We don't need to talk about any of that stuff. We're here to have a fun, chill stream. That's the vibe we want, right? Everyone just kind of having fun. Not getting too stressed out. There's many other places all around the internet where you can go get stressed out and watch other shit that's drama filled. And this is not it, okay? So it's at my discretion what I say on my stream. As long as you abide by the rules, usually, you're going to get a shout out no matter what. So that's a good thing. As you can see, we have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of your screen where I track things such as total subs, top cheerer, and top tipper. First of all, we have a subscriber goal for this month of 600 subscribers. We could definitely hit it, all right? The reason that we're so low right now is because, number one, I was in Connecticut for a week, okay? Number two, I had a day off this week, and then when I came back, I played Phoenix Wright. So it was kind of like a lot of things that slowed everything down, the momentum this month. We can definitely hit that 600 subs, especially with Mortal Kombat 11 and Days Gone coming up this week. I feel that we can hit it. There's many benefits to subscribing to the channel. Said benefits include getting fun emotes that you can use during my streams and others as well. We've got, I think, like 30-something emotes, a ton of variety in the emotes. A lot of them are brand new within the last couple of weeks that were added. So please consider subbing for that alone. But then there's other benefits too. So for example, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run ad breaks. And you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a loyal follower. Okay, pretty nice. So again, thanks to anyone who's a sub. Please consider subbing if you're not a current sub. Okay? Now, if you're either the top cheerer or top tipper of the day today, I'm going to put you up on the leaderboard so you get extra, extra credibility. Not credibility, extra not notoriety. What's the word I'm looking for? Recognition. That's the word I'm looking for. Extra recognition for your contributions. If you're interested in information on how to contribute, if you either type !tip, !sub, or !cheer into the stream chat, you will get instructions live on how to do it. All right? So it's self-explanatory. I don't need to go into detail on how each thing works because it's all right there laid out for you. Fair enough? Now, there's also a stream stats leaderboard built into Twitch for cheering. And I will probably give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week by the end of this pre-stream as well. Okay? But just another way that you can get notoriety, recognition for your contributions. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do some shout-outs for those who have contributed this morning and get a little bit of discussion going. And then we're going to go ahead and get started with the conclusion of World War Z. How does that sound? All right, so we actually start off with Vote Democrat, who did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, sorry, I got timed out last night. Sorry if I was being obnoxious. I was drinking. You weren't being obnoxious, Vote Democrat, but basically what you were doing is you were doing things that were stirring trouble, as you know. You know well that when you bring up topics that basically are not, anyone's real business, like what's happening behind the scenes with moderators and stuff, it's none of your business, That's the kind of stuff that's going to stir up problems. And you were talking about it, like, for a good 25 minutes last night. And I just kept telling you to chill out, stop, and then finally you did. I think eventually you got timed out because you just wouldn't stop bringing shit up, Here we are trying to do a fun Battle Royale stream, and you can't derail it with that kind of shit. So, apology accepted. I don't think you were being obnoxious, but you're right. If you were drinking, you were probably, leaning towards the overdramatic side of things. You know what I mean? People aren't coming here to hear about this stupid behind-the-scenes shit. So, thank you for the cheer. You're the top cheerer of the day. Alexander Rossi cheered. He says, have you ever considered using G Fuel? It's a sugar-free drink. It has 150 milligrams of caffeine for energy. It's full of vitamins and minerals. It's a lot healthier than those Mountain Dew Kickstarts you drink. Well, the truth of the matter is, I used to drink G Fuel. I did. I actually used to drink it. I bought boxes of the stuff. Now, this was before G Fuel was even doing, like, sponsorships. Because I know now they sponsor a ton of people. But back then, they weren't even doing sponsorships or anything. It was just available as a new product. And I was drinking it. I used to do this back in the day when I lived in Connecticut. For, like, a year, I was drinking G Fuel. And there were a few different flavors I liked and some I didn't like. Like, I thought their fruit punch was pretty good. And their lemon lime was pretty good. I absolutely hated their watermelon and their blue, I think it was like blue raspberry. I thought they tasted like really chalky. And the reason that eventually I stopped using G Fuel was just because of that. Like, it's a powdered mix that you would mix it with water, tap water, or bottled water, whichever your preference is. And you would mix it up, and then you would drink it, and it would give you an energy boost, have some flavor, and have vitamins and stuff in it. But a couple reasons why I stopped drinking it. The first reason is because it wouldn't dilute, like, well. And what I mean by that is even if I put in a lot of water, I would shake the shit out of it. But when I drank, I would still kind of get a little bit of, like, a chalkiness. You know what I mean? When you have a powdered drink and you drink it, and if it doesn't dilute all the way, you get a little bit of, like, a graininess or chalkiness to it. And I didn't like that. And, in fact, I had this thermos that I would drink it out of, and it would always have, like, a chalky residue left over on the edges where I was drinking. I'm like, ugh. Like, that's gross, And I would even scrub it and everything. And it would still do that. Now, again, this is a long time ago. This was over 5 years ago. Okay? So, I couldn't tell you if the current G Fuel is anything like, what I used to drink. okay? But when I used to drink, I mean, this is nasty to have this chalkiness when you're trying to drink and hydrate yourself. Now, the other thing was, G Fuel's absolutely loaded with B vitamins. Now, for those who don't know what B vitamins do, what they do is they basically give your body the ability to process energy faster. So if you eat a breakfast with, carbs and stuff in it, and then you drink B vitamins, the B vitamins will allow your body to basically digest and process the energy from the carbs quickly, so that you get that energy boost right away, versus if it's slowly doing it and you get it later on in the day or whatever, okay? Quite frankly, I don't really need the B vitamins that much. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of just wasted on me. So I'm putting all these vitamins in my body that I don't really need. So, the B vitamins are really good for athletes. You eat a powered breakfast, and then you need those carbs or the protein or whatever to process quickly. So you drink B vitamins, and boom, now you get that energy boost. You don't really need it if you're a gamer. You're not going to get much benefit out of it at all. You don't need that metabolism boost. You're not getting up and doing physical activity. So after drinking G Fuel, I had 4 or 5 different boxes of it, and I drank a bunch of it. And I basically, when I moved across the country to Washington, I brought them with me, and I put them on the top shelf of one of my kitchen cabinets. I never drank them again, and I'm not even kidding you. It was only about a couple months ago. Kat and I were in the kitchen and opened it up. We looked at the top of this cabinet. We're like, what the hell is that? Oh my God. I've got I'm not even kidding. There was like 20, 30 pouches of G Fuel up there. And I'm like, why am I keeping this? I'm not going to drink this. This shit's like 5 years old. So I threw it out. But, the thing is, it's so, it's all ancient news. Who knows? G Fuel by now, they could have redesigned their formula a million times. It could taste different. It could be, it could dilute better. It could be 100 times better. But, by the way, G Fuel is pricey. And what I mean by that is, you would get a pack of, I think it was a box of, 18, and it would be, $20. So, more than $1 per packet. Now, again, that was back then. Maybe now the pricing's different. I don't know. But it was pretty expensive back then. The Kickstarts that I drink, which, by the way, I don't drink one a day. I used to. I don't anymore. Every once in a while, when I feel like I need an energy boost, I'll drink a Kickstart. But I don't drink it all the time anymore. They're $1 or cheaper each. And you can get them, big and en masse at any grocery store. They have them. G Fuel was more expensive than that. And on top of all that, you have to make it yourself. I want an energy drink today. I open my fridge, I grab a Kickstart, I'm done. Oh, I want an energy drink today. I gotta get my thermos. I gotta fill it up with water. I gotta put powder in. I gotta fucking mix it all up. You're talking 5 minutes of effort versus something that's ready to go. You know what I mean? Not to say it's a huge deal, but it is still a deal. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's why I don't use G Fuel. Now, for what I'm to understand, G Fuel now has all these sponsorship programs for gamers and everything. But I never got into that. So, I drank it before it was cool to be a G Fuel sponsor. Alright, Kill Bill 216 is cheers. Says, have you ever checked what your demographics are on YouTube or Twitch? Not sure if you care about that stuff. I was just curious who mostly watches your content, enjoying the stream so far. Well, when I used to check that stuff, alright, my demographics were, back in the day, 60 to 70% United States viewers. I believe it was maybe 10% Canadian viewers. And then it was maybe roughly 10% in the UK. And then the rest of my viewers were outside of that, worldwide. So it was an interesting mix because I was like, wow, 60% are basically domestic, but a good 40+% of my viewers are outside the United States, and that was really cool. I don't think that that's the case anymore. I think that since my viewership and my popularity has dwindled over the years, that now it's mostly United States. Although I do have a good international audience. A lot of my mods, a lot of my viewers constantly tell me they're in places other than the U.S. But I do think the majority of people who tune into me are in the United States. But here's the thing, and he says ages. Here's the thing, Kill Bill. None of that data is correct. None of the data that you can pull is correct because it's all based on voluntarily provided information when people create their accounts on these websites. So it's very, very, plausible. Oh, a kid, an 8-year-old kid makes a fucking account on Twitch, makes up a birth date, and says that they're 25 years old. You know what I mean? What's to stop anyone from doing that? Absolutely nothing. You don't need any valid information to create an account on YouTube or Twitch. All you need is a working email address, which anyone can make at any age range. So none of that data is valid. There's people using, via VPNs. So it'll pick up that they're from one place when they're really from another. Right? So none of this data is valid, sadly. I wish there was a way to actually give a demographic that made sense, but there's not. Okay? Well, shout out to Butthole Sniffer, who tipped me $3. What a name. You were the first tipper of the day. Let's get you up there. You gotta wonder, why do animals sniff each other's buttholes? Like, you see dogs doing it, cats doing it. All animals do it. Why? Why do you want to smell what that animal's been eating and shitting out of their ass? Why don't humans do it? Why don't humans go and sniff other people's butts? Huh. But anyway, thanks for the $3 tip. Hopefully we'll get another tipper to trump that, so that we don't have a butthole sniffer up there on the leaderboard all day long. But who knows what's going to happen here. Master Saru has tipped me $1. He said, I'm getting ready for my Soul Calibur 6 tournament. Just wanted to send a quick tip before I head out. Before I leave, I have a question. What do you think of Olaf and Dr. Phil? Olaf? Do you mean Oprah? How in the holy hell did it get spelled Olaf? What the fuck? Anyway, Olaf and Dr. Phil. See you for a second stream. I have zero knowledge or care about either of them. I don't. That's the shit. That's for, like, middle-aged people who sit at home all day watching daytime TV will watch Oprah or Dr. Phil. I don't watch it. I've never seen it. I don't care. It's not anything that will ever affect me in my life, and I have zero opinion on it whatsoever. So there you go. But thank you very much for the $1 tip, and good luck at your tournament today, Master Saru. Okay. Golden Colts cheered. He says, did you try Mountain Dew Game Fuel yet? Same size can and price as those Kickstarts. No, I didn't. I think, I'm trying to remember now. I think Kat and I saw it at, like, a Target, and we didn't try. I think when we were in Connecticut, we did a supply run as soon as we got there for the hotel that we were in. We did a supply run to get, like, drinks and snacks and stuff. And we were doing it, I think we saw Mountain Dew Game Fuel, and I was like, wait a minute, this is weird, because they sell Gamer Fuel once a year. Usually it's a different flavor of Mountain Dew that they do, like, for the launch of, say, Call of Duty or a Halo game or something like that. So what is this? And we looked at it, and it wasn't that. It was something else. But I didn't want it. I didn't get it. So, no, I didn't try it. Now, I this week, I went grocery shopping on Thursday. They don't have it at my local supermarket out here in Washington. Excuse me. It's funny because sadly, my local supermarket sometimes has good stuff and sometimes they don't. Like, for example, a couple of years ago, they had the Super Mario Odyssey cereal. They didn't have it at my local supermarket. It sucks. Like, they don't seem to get a lot of the stuff. Oh, remember when they had the Fallout 3 Nuka-Cola? They didn't have it at my local supermarket. And it sucks because I look around for these products. A lot of the times when I used to do DSP Tries It, I wanted to do these for DSP Tries It. And sadly, they just don't have them. And I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm not going to drive around. Oh, let me go to another rival supermarket that's way further away or whatever, just to see if they have this drink, right? So, it is what it is. I guess, I'll keep my eyes peeled. If it ends up being something that's, Gamer Fuel, it's another energy drink, maybe I'll give it a shot, but, I didn't see it. They don't seem to have it around here. So. Wings of Redemption fan tipped me $4. Says, can you tell me why I was banned? I just joined chat, but to my knowledge, I broke no rules. Your name in itself breaks the rules. All right? As you know, we have rules set up here on the stream, and the rules are that you're not supposed to be referencing other streamers and or other content creators, especially those who have a lot of negative memes and stuff associated that could derail chat. Sadly, Wings of Redemption has a lot of that. I know nothing about the guy personally besides the things that he said about me, which is hilarious. But outside of that, You know, I don't allow people coming in here and trying to derail my chat with references to other streamers and the like. Just your name is that. That's number one. Number two, you were already in the chat with someone else. You had already gotten banned under another name, and then you came in with a clone account. I'm not stupid. I know who you are. So, nice try, but we're not putting up with that shit. I'm not allowing my stream to be derailed by idiots who want to come in here and just spam shit from other streamers and or cause drama. So, that's why. Nice try. So sad. Oh well. Grow up. So there you go. How do I know you had another account? Because it was the same name. That's how I know. It was the same fucking name. The guy already got banned and made a second clone account and then got banned again. And now he's doing a tip to try to act like a sob story, which no one buys. No, you're not banned if you watch other streamers, but you are banned if you come in here and you make it your entire existence to talk about them and or derail the chat to talk about them or to say their memes in here. None of that is allowed. It's always been in the rules. It says right there in the friggin' rules that these memes from this stuff is not allowed. You know, we're supposed to be having a fun, interactive, chill stream together, not talking about other fucking streamers and their drama. You know, that's what it is. If there's no drama going on, some people are just such fucking drama queens, they want to bring other people's drama into my shit. Well, I'm not playing that game. I'm not putting up with any of that shit anymore. If I see it, it's gone. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. Understand. Alright. So now let's do some shout outs to those who are the top cheerers of the week so far. Keep in mind this is a leaderboard that usually resets Sunday nights. So we still got a couple days left, but let's go ahead and give credit to those who have contributed this week. In 10th place, we've got DJ Runo. In 9th place, Insomniatic Meat. We have a tie for 7th place this week. 1,000 bits, but it's both Appa Peacock and Mr. Papavera. In 6th place, Mikey GTR. 5th place goes to Quack. 4th place is Yusuke, 14K. 3rd place, Bishop of Mercy. 2nd place, Firm High Five. And sitting firmly in 1st place, Vote Democrat. So thanks to all of you who contributed this week with cheers. I appreciate that very much. One final thing, guys, because I totally forgot to mention this. I do need to end today's first stream a little bit early. I'm actually making dinner today, and Kat has to go to work on the earlier side. So I have to end the stream a tiny bit early. Not too much. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes early. It actually depends on how much we've got to do here in World War Z, because the bottom line is there's not a hell of a lot left coming up in the game. Like I said, we've got the tail end of the 3rd story-based campaign, and each chapter of this campaign's been taking about 25 minutes. Then we've got the 4th campaign. So you figure the 4th campaign in itself will probably take about an hour, 15, hour, 20 minutes, and then probably finishing up this campaign. So maybe 2 hours, and then we'll take a break. And when I come back from break, we're going to be trying out the multiplayer, which I have no idea what the multiplayer of this game is. So we'll try that out and see if it's worth playing. If it is, great. If not, I'm probably going to go back to the 1st campaign and try to play it on the hardest difficulty just for the hell of it to see how crazy difficult is it really. And that's the stream, you know, that's the game. There's nothing else to do in the game today. So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll try to finish this off. But yeah, more than likely I'm going to be finishing the stream around 3:30 p.m.-ish Pacific time, maybe a little later, but it depends on what we're doing. Okay? Fair enough? Okay? Good? And by the way, no, I'm not going to allow this fucking drama. So here we go. Anyone who wants to stir up drama, enjoy your ban, especially if you have a name that was created 14 hours ago called Loud Fart Sticky Poo, and it's obvious you're only here to cause problems, you're going to get banned, okay? No, people are not being banned just because of their names. They're being banned because they were already here saying negative things, and they created a second account to come in and talk shit again, and then they got banned. That's why. The bottom line is, you act like a normal human, you're not going to get any kind of moderation done to you. You act like an asshole, you're going to get banned. It's that simple. I have no patience for this shit. None. Zero patience for nonsense. I just want to have a fun stream today. Okay? Alright. Alright, guys. Let's end.